It's a historic night for Mumbai City FC, who embark on their debut AFC Champions League campaign as they become just the second Indian side to appear in the competition. They take on the experienced Saudi Arabians Al-Shabab in their opening game at the Prince Faisal bin Fahd Stadium here in Riyadh. It's exciting times for Des Buckingham's team. As you can see, conditions will play a part tonight. It's very hot here still. It's just approaching 8:15 in the evening. But Mumbai have been here acclimatising for a few days, having been in Abu Dhabi on a training camp. Some familiar surroundings, of course, for Al-Shabab, who play not in this venue, but one of the other smaller stadiums not too far from here. Good to see the spectators back in again, not packed by any manner of means, but they will add a little bit of atmosphere tonight as they come to see if their team can get off to a positive start. Mumbai, of course, following in the footsteps of FC Goa, who took part in the group stage last season. They drew 3 of their 6 games, including holding Al Rayyan twice. So Des Buckingham's aim is clear, to become the first Indian side to win a game in the group stages. Al-Shabab are now into double figures in terms of their participation in this competition. Their best showing was when they reached the semi-finals back in 2010. Well, of course, we are back to centralised venues again this year. Things starting to get back to normal after the COVID pandemic. Of course, we do have Saudi Arabian defending champions Al Hilal, who are in action a little bit later on tonight. That game kicks off at 11:15 local time in the evening here, because it is Ramadan at the moment, so these kick-off times have been adjusted to accommodate that particular festival. Mumbai, one of 4 debutant teams in the competition this season. We saw Ahal from Turkmenistan make their debut last night. A very impressive performance they gave as well, with a 1-1 draw, picking up a point in their opening game. Will the experienced Saudi Arabians, coached by Marius Smudika, will they be too strong for Des Buckingham's Islanders in their opening match? Mumbai did miss out on the top 4 in the Indian Super League this season. They finished just outside, having made such a positive start to the season. They were top of the table for the early weeks, but a blip in the middle when they went 7 games without a win saw them drop out of contention, and they were never able to recover and get back into that top spot. Al-Shabab still have 5 games remaining in the Saudi Arabian League. 47 points they're on at the moment. They're way off the pace at the moment. Al-Ittihad leading the table on 60 points. Well, the crowd were very late coming in. It was a completely deserted stadium about half an hour ago, but they are here now, which is good to get behind their team. There is the coach, Marius Smudika, a Romanian, 51 years of age, born in Bucharest, was a striker back in his playing days.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mumbai City FC and the Shabab FC.
Oh, here come the 2 teams. Big moment for Mumbai, as we say, on their debut in this AFC Champions League campaign. 6 games coming up in the group stage in quick succession. These players will play every 3 days, which is very taxing in itself in these hot and humid conditions. Mumbai have just finished their domestic season in India, while Al-Shabab are still in the midst of theirs, so fitness levels won't be a problem for either of these two teams. Match officials, all the main ones anyway, are for Malaysia tonight, leading out the teams here. Mukhtar Fal is the imposing central defender and the captain for Mumbai. Lots of experience around in the Mumbai team. Mukhtar Fal, Ahmed Jahu back in the side. Al-Shabab have a smattering of Brazilians within their starting 11. We'll give you the team news in just a few moments' time. Just the usual formalities here. The teams will line up ready for the fist bump, as it is these days, rather than a handshake. This is one of two venues being used for these Group B matches, the King Fahd International Stadium, the other. Mumbai play just 2 of their games here, 4 of them at the King Fahd Stadium. Al-Shabab will play all 6 of their group games at this venue, so it'll become familiar surroundings to them. They are in their home city, of course, if not their home stadium. Normally play their games at the Prince Khalid bin Sultan Stadium. Lalingzuala Chante at the back of that line. Let's take a look at the 2 team lineups. Mumbai show 3 changes from their final league game against Hyderabad just a few weeks ago. Raul Beke comes in at right back in place of Ami Ranawade. Ahmed Jahu returns from injury into the holding midfield role, while Lalingzuala Chante is recalled. Mumbai will go in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Vikram Partak wears number 6, Gabriel number 7. It could well be that those two interchange, with Vikram playing in the more advanced role. Referee, as we say tonight, is from Malaysia, Mohd Amirul Izwan. Mukhtar Fal towering over everybody. The Mumbai captain. Eva Banega is opposite number tonight for Al-Shabab. No VAR in the group stages, so those officials there are going to have to try and get these big decisions right tonight. 4th official is from Indonesia. Nawaf Al-Abid there just giving a few final instructions. 3 changes as well to the Al-Shabab side. Their last match was 5 days ago against Al Hilal in the King's Cup. Brazilian Paulinho, Nawaf Al-Abid and Hussein Al-Monassar all come into the starting lineup tonight. They played in a 5-4-1 formation in their last match. Looks as though they're going to go in a 4-3-3 tonight, with Noe, Carlos Jr. and Babri, the 3 attacking players in that starting lineup. So a late change on the substitutes bench. There's no Diego Maurizio for Mumbai City FC. They named 1 too many foreigners in the starting lineup, so he won't feature. Ami Ranawade dropped out of the starting lineup. And 5 substitutes available to the coaches, and they'll probably need them as well. As I say, it is very hot here, 31 degrees still in Riyadh. We saw some competitive games last night in the opening round of action. Mumbai still haven't got into their positions yet. We're down to 1 on the countdown. It will be Mumbai who are in the light blue, changed from the dark blue they used to play in before they were purchased by the City Group. They're now playing the more familiar light blue that we see Manchester City playing in, while black for Al-Shabab tonight. Referee gets us underway then. Ahmed Jahu straight away, who will look to spray those balls around. He sees a lot of the ball. He's often the player that has the most touches in the Mumbai City side. Forty teams started out in both the East and the Western region. looking in search of continental silverware. Only the top team in each group goes through, followed by the 6 best runners-up, 3 from each of the East and West regions. So vitally important if you can get off to a winning start to just give yourself a little bit of a psychological advantage at the top of the group. There's Eva Benega, the captain. Now Hassan. Al-Shabab have won 13 of their 25 league games so far. They're a little off the pace, as we say. Al-Ittihad controlling the Saudi Pro League at the moment. Is Nawaf. Al-Samek. Shot was blocked straight away. Al-Shabab looking to get on the attack here. Zuala Changte's a recent addition in the January window to the Mumbai City ranks when signing from Chennai. There's Hassan. Well blocked by Casio Gabriel. Bipin just up ahead of him. He's got Vikram inside. 2 defenders quickly around him. Mumbai fans have been looking forward to this moment since the side won the League Winners' Shield and the trophy last season. They beat ATK Mum, began to both of those. They finished level on 40 points, but the head-to-head saw them win it. That's guided goalwards, and Nawaz and Lachempa rather got a hand to that to send it behind for the corner. Good move from Al-Shabab. Nawaf with the early shot. Not too sure it was going to creep in that bottom corner, but Purba Lachempa taking no chances and turning it behind. Nice ball down the line. It was Babri with the ball across. Eva Benega, the captain, with the ball in. It evades Mortada foul. Babri. Good block by Apoya. So experienced, this Al-Shabab side. Haven't played in the group stages since 2015. That's a foul by Ahmed Jahu on Ahmed Sharili. Refereeing was good in the games last night. There were 1 or 2 niggly little fouls early on. There were 1 or 2 early yellow cards brandished as well. Purba Lachempa, who made just 3 appearances, the goalkeeper for Mumbai in the Indian Super League season. Shared the responsibility with Mohamed Nawaz, who's on the bench tonight.
Inside, inside.
Paulinho and Nawaf over the free kick here for Al-Shabab. Played in short by Nawaf, flicked up by Babri. Good call, Casio Gabriel able just to duck underneath the ball and allow it to run away for a goal kick. Mumbai are one of 5 teams to have taken part in every Indian Super League season so far. They were purchased by the City Group in 2019, adding to their portfolio. Other clubs within that group, of course, as we mentioned, Manchester City, New York City, Melbourne City as well from the A-League, who are making their debut in this competition as well this season. Al Faisley and Ahal, the other 2 debutant teams that are taking part this year. Hassan. Paulinho. Benega. Well won back by Vikram. Little nudge from Sakur. Early ball played down the line, chase on here for Bipin Singh, but he guided back for Fawaz. First touch for the Al-Shabab goalkeeper. Clumsy one given away though. Casio Gabriel. Here's Bipin trying to get the shooting opportunity. It's gone wide. Goalkeeper just pulls his hand out of the way. So both sides getting involved and getting shots in on goal in the early moments. Bipin scored 6 goals last season for Mumbai. It was his best individual season so far. Had a pretty good warm-up for this as well, Mumbai. They went to Abu Dhabi for a training camp. They played Al-Ain, who are leading the UAE Pro League at the moment, and beat them 2-1 in a friendly. Ahmed Jahu and Apoya getting the goals in that one. It's Carlos Jr. on by Paulinho. It's out of play once again, though. It's clumsy. Sakur does love to get forward, the fullback. Just his second season at Al-Shabab. Vikram there had a breakthrough season for Mumbai. 16 appearances out of the 20. He made 10 substitute appearances in his first season for the club. It's a massive part in Mumbai's season. Ralbeke. Chase on here for Vikram. A couple of noticeable absentees for Mumbai tonight. Vikram in place of Igor Angulo, burning in on goal. Well, it's pulled back in behind Bipin. They'll keep this one alive here, Mumbai. Flicked in by Jahu, chested off by Bipin. Casio Gabriel. A real scramble in the penalty area. Eva Banega to relieve the pressure, and here come Al-Shabab. It's a very open game in the opening 7 minutes. Good challenge by Ahmed Jahu, and that will go out of Babri for a Mumbai ball. Two experienced fullbacks for Mumbai, Ralbeke and Mandar. It's 41st edition of Asia's Premier Club competition. Eastern section getting underway a little bit later on this week. The Western section dominating the first few days. Good early pressure from Mumbai. Mandar's ball in. Goalkeeper taking no chances. Fawaz just turning that one over. Hasn't scored since 2018. Mandar. Casio Gabriel was one of the standout performers, certainly of the foreign contingent within the Indian Super League this season. Started every match. Poya goes short. Lots of movement. Changte just missed it. It was just out of reach, and now there's a break on here for Al-Shabab. Mumbai racing to get back. It's 4 against 4 at the moment. Eva Banega. Here's Nawaf. Off to Paulinho. It's a heavy touch. Took a deflection. And it goes out off Bipin for a corner. Well, a good break out of defence by Al-Shabab, having prevented Mumbai from creating anything from that corner. You could see the players racing to get back. Bipin is one of the fastest players on the Mumbai team. He was the man that led that charge back to defence. Corner straight onto the chest of Ahmed Jahu. Bipin. Vikram. Good feet, but he's a bit risky doing that in your own final third. Apoya. Mortada foul, just helps it on to Ralbeke. It's away by Apoya, who scored in that friendly win over Al-Ain. He's only got 1 goal in the Indian Super League. It was for his former club, North East United. A stunning strike towards the end of the previous campaign. Nawaf took it down well. It's the shot away as well, and it's not too far away from that post. Nawaf Alabid one of a number of players playing for Al-Shabab that started their career with Al-Hilal. He made almost 150 league appearances for the current defending champions Al-Hilal. Found space, nobody picked him up on the edge of the area. Benega. By Metab. Casio Gabriel. Changte. Did win 5 of their opening 6 games in the Indian Super League. Des Buckingham's side, they lost just 1 during that period of time, but it was enough to put them top of the table. It was a 7-game run without a win that cost them. They sort of dropped out of the top 4. Sukur. Paulinho. Straight at Lachempa. Coach was part of Mircea Luricescu's side that won the Rapid Bucharest, the national title, back in 1999. Replaced Portugal's Pedro Caixinha, who left Al-Shabab in January. Paulinho again. Good challenge on the edge of the area by Mortada Fall. Had to be sure with that one. Ahmed Jahu. Lots of blue shirts back behind the ball at the moment for Mumbai. Apoya. Good pressure though from Al-Shabab. Flicked back by Carlos Jr. Benega. Bends it with the outside of his boot, looking for the run of Al-Shamek, but he won't keep the ball in play. And it goes out for another goal kick. Des Buckingham, 37 years of age. He became the youngest coach in the A-League when he took over Wellington Phoenix in the 2016-17 season. He's also a qualified pilot, Des Buckingham. Flicked by Changte. There's a little nudge in the back by Ahmed. That will be a free kick to Mumbai. Vikram, the player, just bundled over. Yeah, both hands in the back. Vikram comfortably winning the free kick. The referee just wanted the ball moved back a little bit. Ahmed Jahu tends to get involved in most of the set pieces for Mumbai. Changte onto Vikram, keeps the ball in play. Babri went to ground early and makes the block. Changte. Vikram. Appeals for offside. It was right in front of the assistant referee on this near side. Babri keeps the ball in play. It's spun kindly for him. Just overran it slightly. Jahu gets the challenge in and gets there before Benega. He cleverly guides it back to Perbala Chempa, the goalkeeper. It was Sergio Libera that guided Mumbai to the title in the 2021 season. He's just taken over another of the Citigroup sides in China. He also was instrumental in bringing players like Ahmed Jahu and Mortada Fall from Morocco to the Indian Super League with Goa. Very successful coach during his time in India. See how he fares in the Chinese second division. Here's Eva Benega. Now Hassan. On by Paulinho. Sukur getting forward again. Tackling back by Mandar gives away the corner. Another 2 teams in the group. Air Force Club from Iraq and Al Jazeera from the UAE. Sides do play each other twice on a home and away basis, even though most of the games are at the same stadiums. As we said earlier, Al-Shabab play all 6 of their games here at the Prince Faisal bin Fahd Stadium. Corner taken quickly, straight to Jahu once again. Changte. Vikram. Bipin making ground and trying to get the run on Sakur. He's just run offside, so has to go out the other side to Changte. Oh, Vikram just lost his bearings slightly. Al-Shabab reached the semi-finals in 2010. It's their best performance so far in this competition. They finished top of their group. Beat the Iranians Esteghlal in the round of 16. John Book Hyundai Motors in the quarters, and lost out eventually on away goals to Songnam Ilhwa Chunma, the Korean side, in the semi-finals. It's been their best performance so far. They did reach the quarter-finals twice. Round of 16 3 times. They've tended to make it beyond the group stage more often than not, the Saudi Arabians. Eva Banega. Babri. Poya. Just caught after the ball had gone by Paulinho. Clumsy more than anything. He's one of the hot properties in Indian football. Poya started every game of the season that's just finished. Here's Bipin. Vikram in the middle. Changte there as well. Away by Ahmed. Back in again, clumsily though, no pace on the ball, comfortable for Fawaz. Almost through to Paulinho, well cut out by Motada Fall. Nawaf, long way from goal. Skies the shot well off target now. Raul Beke. Late challenge by Hussain this time. Just been caught out sometimes by the speed with which Mumbai try and play those first touches away. Hussain had committed himself into the challenge. No malice in it, just a little bit clumsy, and another free kick goes Mumbai's way. Ahmed. To Fawaz. Plenty of shots coming in the opening 19 minutes here, so it's been an open start to the game. Just a couple from Mumbai so far. Maybe they can fashion something here. Good reverse ball from Casio Gabriel to Bipin. Vikram racing through the centre. It's over the top of Casio Gabriel. It was a clumsy ball in. It was a good opportunity there for Mumbai to put some pressure on Fawaz's goal. It's Banega. Sakur. Babri, who's roaming across that front line at the moment. Nawaf, just too far away from Paulinho. And that final ball just letting both sides down at the moment. Al-Shabab on that occasion, getting in a good position. Paulinho, though, couldn't keep the ball in play. The incentive for these teams playing in this competition as well is that the winners will get a place automatically in the 2023-24 AFC Champions League. It's a change next year. It's a change in when the tournament is played. It's played within a calendar year at the moment. or it was. Here's Babri. Nawaf went for the return back to Babri. As of next season, it will cross into the 2023-24 season. Changte. Won back by Paulinho. Strong running from the Brazilian. Looked to have been caught by Jahu. The referee said he got the ball. So it will be the Moroccan that comes away, who was caught by Nawaf, who's taken a little bit of retribution for that challenge. Jahu won't stand for that. Just getting a little bit heated at the moment. Paulinho, the man that has stayed down after the challenge. The referee was right on top of it. There is no VAR, by the way, to look at things if they need any backup. But he won the ball. And then Nawaf taking matters into his own hands, and the referee had only seen this little incident here. Paulinho coming in to act as a peacemaker. Carlos Jr. rather acting as a peacemaker. Paulinho is the player that was down. Was conceding a bit of a height and probably a weight advantage as well, Nawaf, but he certainly was happy enough to stake his claim. Does have his problems occasionally with some yellow cards and red cards, Ahmed Jahu. He's a very competitive, combative midfielder. Sometimes if you mistime the challenges, they can often look a little bit worse than they are. Away by Metab into no man's land. That's not a great ball. Ahmed will try that diagonal ball as well. Sukur has got forward plenty of times here. The balls do bounce a little bit more than normal, it seems. Almost went over Sukur. Cassio Gabriel on the charge. Eva Banega goes across. Jahu. Mortada foul. Good header by Hussein. Banega. Paulinho. Well, that's good running. Nawaf has sprung the offside trap here. It's a chance. Lachampa comes out. It's just going to go wide. Good build-up play again from Al-Shabab. A great chance for Nawaf to open the scoring. Lachampa's presence just made him play the shot a little bit early. Well, I'm sure Mario Sumika scored plenty of those in his playing days. It's a striker. Got the chip over the goalkeeper, but couldn't hit the target. Babri, nice touch. Might go on his own here, Babri. That's another shot on goal, but it's another shot that's gone wide of the target. That's been the lack of quality, really, in the shot so far in these opening minutes. Well, the opening 24 minutes, should I say. It's the 10th shot in the match. Only 2 have hit the target, both from Al-Shabab so far. The Indian Super League was a league that started back in 2014 with each team having a marquee player. Here's Eva Banega just trying to work his way through. Sukur gets it right the way across. Brilliant save, Lachampa to deny Paulinho. Point-blank save from the goalkeeper. It's a great ball in, finding a little bit of quality into the box. And Mumbai trying to break, but Al-Shabab have the ball back again with Al-Shamek. That That will be a foul by Al-Shabab. Well, what a chance for the Saudi Arabians to take the lead. Give the credit to Perbala Chempa. Here's the foul. It's just given a free kick to Al-Shabab. Good play by Eva Banega. Sukur with a quality ball in. Paulinho, I'm not too sure what part of his body that came off. I don't think it came off his head. And he made contact, and I think it would have been a goal, but the fact that it didn't have much pace on it made it easy for La Chempa in the end to make the block. Good save by the goalkeeper. Shabab have had the better chances so far. And they've got a free kick here, which is taken by Eva Banega. Curling in again, Mortada Fall just got enough on it to send it behind for a corner. Swinger this time, Fouls there again, good solid header. Under pressure from Carlos Jr. Another corner for Nawaf to swing over. A couple of dangerous deliveries from him so far. They've gone short this time. Nawaf with a slightly better angle this time, just helps it on Sukur. Tried to place it in. Oh, what a miss from Ahmed. Right in front of goal. And the central defender who'd come forward for the corner finds himself in space. And once again, the Romanian coach looks to the skies in frustration because his side have missed another opportunity. No offside. Well, they were appealing, but he was onside when that ball was played through. And probably couldn't believe he'd found himself in that position. Changte loves to run with the ball at his feet. Changte just bundled over by Hussein. No foul. Tackling back by Hussein Al-Manassar. Yeah, we were saying about those marquee players that were in the Indian Super League when it started. Nicholas Anelka was one of the early players for Mumbai City. Diego Forlan also played for them as well. Sunil Chetri, the current Indian captain, was there for a season before moving to Bengaluru. Freddie Ljungberg was another one as well who graced the Mumbai blue. To the Chempa, heavy touch. Carlos Jr. was waiting to pounce. Apoya. Al-Shabab. Good ball down the line here for Vikram. That's a heavy touch. Just going to run the ball out of play. Just needed to try and cushion that one a little bit better there, Vikram. Good covering from Ahmed, who came across. The two central defenders are very experienced for Al-Shabab, Hassan and Ahmed. Eva Banega. Al-Shamek. Ahmed. Hassan. Nawaf. Good running again. Babri nicely dragged back inside. Metab trying to stay with him. Two players around him. He's done really well to keep possession there, Babri. Shot straight at the goalkeeper from Nawaf. Another effort on target for Al-Shabab, who are asking questions of this Mumbai defence in the first half an hour. They just can't find a way out at the moment, Mumbai. Jahu's attempted ball was blocked. La Chempa. Carlos Jr. again putting him under pressure. Changte. Jahu. That's the sort of ball he loves to play. Chase on here for Bipin, who will keep this one in play. Vikram racing through the middle. KSA Gabriel on the overlap is Mandar. Apoya. Shahu. Ralbeke. Shangte. Too close to the goalkeeper. Bippin was racing through, but Fawaz had his eye on that one all the way. Very well taken. There's another late challenge after the ball's gone, and there's going to be a yellow card. First yellow card of the game for Vikram. There's no need to do that, really, Vikram. It's an unnecessary yellow card, really. You can see that it's incensed the Al-Shabab players. Vikram goes into the book. Came straight across to try and get the tackle in on Hussain. Very late. Can't really have any complaints about the yellow card. Referee just explaining to the captain, Ever Benega, that he's dealt with the situation. Vikram has apologised for his moment of madness. And we're back in play again with Al-Shabab on the ball. They have just shaded the possession in this first half, 51%. Al-Shabab. Over the top from Hassan, shout from Metab to the goalkeeper who obliges Perbalachempa. Shahu. Vikram can't get there ahead of Ahmed, or he does win the ball back, but Ahmed in turn wins it back. Sukur, Ever Benega, Nawaf. Benega again hurdles a challenge from KSA Gabriel. Now Nawaf, got Sukur outside him. Got Carlos Jr. in the middle, not a great ball in, hooked away by Apoya. Benega tries his luck from distance, away ball, Montana foul. Good pressure this from Al-Shabab at the moment. Mumbai having to soak up a lot of possession and a lot of chances. It was Vikram again making the challenge, and not fazed by the fact he was booked a moment or so ago. And Bippin had just straight offside and was trying to ask for the ball not to be played to him, because he would have been flagged immediately by Ralbeke's pass. That's a good challenge that time by Vikram. A foot on the ball. Behind again, Lechempa's come a long way out. That'll be a penalty. Or is it even a free kick right on the edge of the penalty area? No, it's a penalty. A rush of blood from Lechempa, who came flying out and caught Paulinho. And Al-Shabab's pressure has started to tell. And a penalty here for Al-Shabab. Mumbai are claiming it should be outside the penalty area, but I think it was just inside the contact when Lechempa came across. He's onside. It was a good run, timed perfectly. Now where's the contact? Right, just inside. Good decision. It's very, very close, but no VAR, as we said earlier on, just to double-check these things. My first instinct was it was inside the penalty area. And Lechempa, who played a big part in Mumbai getting to the final of the competition in India 2 years ago, came on in the penalty shootout semi-final win, and actually made a couple of saves that got his team into the final against to take on ATK Mohun Bagan. So he knows how to save a penalty. He gets a yellow card for the challenge. And it will be the captain, Ever Benega, to take the penalty. The Argentinian.
Hey, that's a dive. Watch the TV.
It's Des Buckingham just saying that was a dive. 5 of his last 7 goals have come from the penalty spot. Ever Benega, the Argentinian. So Lechempa waits. Can he keep this one out? Or are Al-Shabab about to take the lead? 10 minutes to go to half-time. think Lechempa's only got 1 foot on the line at the moment. The goalkeepers have to have a foot on the line, of course. He has to stay on the line until it's been kicked. It is Banega against Lechempa to put Al-Shabab in front. And a brilliantly taken penalty does the job. That's why he's so proficient from the spot. And Al-Shabab, who've had the better chances in the first half, finally take the lead. And finally a bit of relief for their Romanian coach as well, as they go in front. Lechempa gave away the penalty, couldn't keep out the penalty. Ever Banega puts his side in front by a 1-0. Well, you consider he's a long way forward anyway, Lechempa. Had he saved that, I'm sure there would have been a retake, because he took a big step off his line, which is a natural reaction when you're trying to save a penalty. Cruelly done. They are missing several key players, Mumbai City, for this game. Roland Borges, who's out injured, an influential midfielder. Igor Angula, their main striker, not featuring today. And Brad Inman, another foreigner playing in midfield. It's Mortada foul. Chase on here for Changte, rides the challenge of Ahmed as well. Can he get the ball across? Vikram's in the middle. No height on the cross, though. Ralbeke floating back in again. There's another challenge in the penalty area. The referee's given the free kick the other way against Casio Gabriel. It's a foul in the end on Sakor. Well, Sakor seemed to slip and just almost haul Casio Gabriel down. Might be a little fortunate there. Fawaz Sakor. He's on loan from Villanova in his native Brazil, Casio Gabriel. Be interesting to see if Mumbai retain his services for the next season. Campaign for both these sets of players, of course, with the protocols and everything in place due to COVID. Mumbai spent 5 months in a bio bubble in Goa. Ball over the top again. Lechempa, oh, he misjudged it completely. And it will be a handball, and he's got away with that one, Lechempa. Carlos Jr. penalised for the handball, but Lechempa just got his bearings completely wrong. Didn't know where the edge of his area was. Realised he couldn't handle it. Carlos Jr. was on it like a shot. And it was handball. And it could have been a completely different outcome. Lechempa's a little fortunate with that one. Goal has just knocked Mumbai out of their stride a little bit. That was a poor ball out of defence by Mehtab. Sakor with the throw. But Des Buckingham wasn't happy with the award of the penalty. Side have to regroup now and just get on with things and try and salvage what they can from the match. That's too high for Al-Shakmi. Banega. Babri. Banega. Hassan. Ahmed. Al-Shamek. Babri. Can Al-Shabab get the cross in. Al-Beke comes across. It's clever footwork still going. Al-Shabab blocked by Apoya for a corner. Al-Shabab haven't played in the Pro League in Saudi Arabia for a couple of weeks. Their last game was a 2-2 draw with Al-Tai in mid-March. Al-Beke. Jahu, Changte, Jahu, Des Buckingham just parading up and down in his technical areas, shouting his instructions. That's a lovely takedown by Mandar, but not such a great ball in. Skied high over the top by Mandar. Has been at Mumbai a couple of seasons now, the experienced fullback. Played 86 times for FC Goa, over 100 appearances in the Hero Indian Super League now. It is, as you can hear, the Al-Shabab fans that are quite rightly making all the noise at the moment. Their side lead by a goal to nil, that Eva Banega penalty. Here he is on the ball again, the captain. Sakor. Good feet from Paulinho. Carlos Jr. Metab got there first. Carlos Jr. though keeps possession, then wins the corner with a clever little back heel. Spent his first 5 years in his native Brazil, Carlos Jr., with Atletico MG and Internacional, before moving to Portugal. Played in the UEFA Conference League last year for Santa Clara. Eva Banega then with the Al-Shabab corner, flatter stages of the first half. He's gone in low, I think he was looking for Babri. Comfortably cut out by Bipin, away by Ahmed Jahu. Sakor. Cassio Gabriel on the charge. Now, what can Mumbai do here? Vikram wanted it played early. Gets the ball played, it might fall kindly to him as well. It just span away towards Sakor. He was able to get the clearance in. Banega. Babri. Lovely ball bent with the outside of the foot. This is Carlos Jr. Side netting. Well, it's a great chance. He scored 10 in 19 games in the league. And he knows he should have had one in the AFC Champions League as well there. But Lechempa was a little out of position. Just seemed to catch his standing foot before he hit the shot and into the side netting. It's been a first half in terms of chances that has been pretty dominant from Al-Shabab. They've had 15 shots to Mumbai's 2. Jahu, they've only got the 1 goal to show for it though, and that came from a penalty. Metab. Mandar. Just an additional minute at the end of the first half. Haven't been too many stoppages in the game. It's too long again over the top of Cassio Gabriel. Sakor. Hassan. Foul on Nawaf by Cassio Gabriel. So Mumbai will play again in just a few days' time, but they'll look to try and get something out of this one still in the second half. Ever Banega's penalty separates the two sides. Lachempa, the man who conceded the penalty. Des Buckingham felt it was a dive. It was Marius Sumadicha's side that took advantage. Murtada Fall still complaining to the Malaysian referee about the penalty. Ever Banega takes the adulation of his supporters at the halfway point. They're still not out of this yet, Mumbai, but Al-Shabab, who've had plenty of chances, will wish they had a bigger lead. Lachempa perhaps pleading his case to the referee as well. He picked up a yellow card after giving away the penalty, but it's a goal that's put Al-Shabab, the experienced participants in this AFC Champions League, in front at half-time. They still have work to do to close out the points in their opening game. They will hope certainly to add more goals to their tally in what's a tight group this, with only the top team going through as well. Those supporters will be keeping their fingers crossed and their voices in good form in the second half. Half-time here in Riyadh. It's Mumbai City 0, Al-Shabab 1.
النخبة على مستوى قارة آسيا، يعطي الإذن، يعطي البداية، الانطلاق من الجهة اليسرى. هدف أول مهم 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 أن تسجل مبكرا، مهم أن تضرب من بدري، مهم أن أكيد ما عنده أي شيء يخسر في مباراة اليوم، وعلى الشباب أن يحذر من هذه. 说话，你说话。
بروح اعطي عيسى واجي.
Ah, 这个。
Good. Oh, was haben Sie dort?
Al-Shabab leading by a goal to nil at half-time. Mumbai City, having conceded that first half penalty, need to come up with something in the second half if they're to take anything from their opening AFC Champions League campaign. Lachempa, the man who had the rush of blood to the head to give away the penalty and couldn't keep the excellent Ever Banega penalty out. Nawaf was a constant threat in that first half. Sakur got forward on plenty of occasions as well. Clearly a very competent outfit, this Al-Shabab side. There is the man whose penalty separates the sides, the Al-Shabab captain. Ever Banega, the Argentinian. 65 international caps for his country. So we're underway for the second half. It is Mumbai in the light blue, kicking from right to left. These sides will be in action again in 3 days' time. Mumbai will play Air Force Club at the King Fahd International Stadium, while Al-Shabab take on Al Jazeera here. It's gone all the way back to Fawaz in goal. Hussein. Kept in by Sakur. Nawaf. Given away to Jahu. There's Apoya just getting a foot on it, but can only guide it through to the goalkeeper. Big part to play in this second half, Apoya. He and Jahu were the preferred central defender, preferred holding midfield partnership for Mumbai. Until Jahu got injured and missed the last 4 games of the season. They signed Vinit Rai on loan from Odisha. He's on the bench tonight. Al-Shamik just overruns it slightly. 5 substitutes are allowed, don't forget, in this competition. It is very hot here, it's still up around the 30-degree mark. It's just after 9:15 in the evening. Here's Babri trying to get to the byline. Ralbeke just did enough. I don't think he got a touch on that, Ralbeke. Babri thought he'd got the corner. Second spell at Al-Shabab for Hassan Babri. Played in the 2 recent World Cup qualifiers against China and Australia. Saudi Arabia, of course, have qualified for Qatar later in the year. The eye's very much on Asia this year, with the Qatar World Cup coming up in November. Here's that run from Babri a minute ago. Beke may have got a toe on that, actually. He might be a little fortunate there. Perhaps feel they need a little bit of luck. Des Buckingham certainly wasn't happy with the penalty decision. You could quite clearly hear him saying it's a dive. Watch the TV monitors, but there's no VAR, so unfortunately the initial decision by the referee has to be the final one. Mortada foul. Beke. Jahu. Clumsily given away again to Babri. Carlos Jr. That's a good ball. Here's Nawaf in space. What can he do here? Nawaf went for the curler. Good save, Lachempa. Makes amends for that. Giving away the penalty. Mortada foul will try and get his side moving forward again. Jahu, closed down again by Babri. Just quicker to that second ball at the moment, Al-Shabab. That's probably the big difference in these two sides. Nice firm pass to Cassio Gabriel. That's poor from Mandar. You could see where Bippin wanted the ball played. He pointed straight away that he wanted it played into his path. Des Buckingham, who is the men's coach of the year at the New Zealand Football Awards a couple of years ago. Led New Zealand to qualify for the Tokyo Olympics. He didn't have his contract renewed, despite several players writing to the New Zealand Federation and saying that they wanted him to stay on as coach. Their loss is Mumbai's gain. Down the line from Jahu, looking for that return ball towards Chang Tae.
Guys, keep the ball for some time. One side. Chante, Chante.
Paulinho. Sukur. Jahu. He just flicked off the heels of Chang Tae. Here's Vikram. Good challenge. Sent it straight into the path of Mandar, though. 3 in the middle for Mumbai. Cassio Gabriel. Bippin goes down on the edge of the penalty area. Referee just getting in the way. Cassio Gabriel finds Jahu. Lovely ball inside the fullback. Mandar just ran out of play. Just needed an extra stride, Mandar. That's better approach play from Mumbai, though, in this second half. Big appeals for a penalty when Bippin was nudged over on the edge of the penalty area. He was offside anyway. That was a clumsy one, but no penalty. Did lose their last 2 games of the Indian Super League season, Mumbai. Cost them the chance of gate crashing the top 4 in the latter stages of the season. Disappointing, of course, after their League Shield and Trophy win in the 2020-21 season. Des Buckingham's first season in charge. Sergio Libera, the man that guided them to those titles. That's that long ball over the top, but it'll be comfortably gathered by Fawaz. Well, they may not be here in person, the Mumbai fans, but I know there are lots of screenings going on around Mumbai to watch this match on TV. I'll be hoping their side can get back into this in the second half and at least try and salvage a point. We saw one of the other tournament debutants last night, Ahal, get themselves a goal and get in front. They eventually took a point last night. It's guided back to Fawaz. Yeah, Hal from Turkmenistan taking on another Al-Shabab. Al-Shabab, Al-Akli from Dubai last night. Here's Sakur. Nawaf. Tried to find Ever Banega. Good defending again from Mumbai. They did have plenty of blue shirts back behind the ball. Changte. Apoya. Mortada Fall wanted to take that over, but Lechempa got a foot in and annoyed his captain somewhat. I think I'd be arguing with Mortada Fall. Here's Ever Banega. Chance for Al-Shabab, and well, that hit Mandar. I don't think he knew too much about it. Good turn by Casio Gabriel. Here come Mumbai. Can they spring that back four? Good strong foot in from Hassan. Brilliantly done by Al-Shamek as well. Here's Babri. Looking for a second goal here, Al-Shabab. That's not a great ball to Ever Banega. Helped onto Carlos Jr. Chempa got a hand to it. It's just opening up in the second half. Jahu misses his challenge. Ever Banega can't get the shot in. 6 blue shirts in front of him. Babri. Al-Shamek. Driven across, turned behind for the corner by Metab. Well, it's all a little bit frantic at the moment. Al-Shabab having the most of the play. That was Al-Shabab's 19th shot on goal, just in case you're keeping count. 8 of them now have hit the target. Just 2 shots for Mumbai, but they've yet to trouble Fawaz, and that's been the main problem for Des Buckingham's side tonight. Missing Igor Angulo. They were forced to drop Diego Maurizio from the team sheet just before the start of the match. Relied very heavily on Bipin Singh for a lot of their goals this season. It's one of their former strikers, Bartok Becce, who played for Mumbai last season, moved clubs to Hyderabad and was the league's Golden Boot winner this season. Adam Lafondra was the man who replaced him or was with him rather at Mumbai. Here's Apoya. Mandar. What a short pass. Good challenge, Paulinho trying to burst forward. Very good tackle, Casio Gabriel. Mumbai aren't out of this one yet. They may not have had anywhere near the amount of shots their opponents have had tonight, but it's that old adage in football, you only need 1 shot to score a goal. Jahu. There's a player down, so Jahu plays the ball out. Paulinho, the man who was bursting through and got caught. It looked like a good tackle when the ball was played initially. I think he's going to need a little bit of treatment here, Paulinho. Metab, solid. That's what you want from your central defenders. They have made a bit of contact, didn't get the ball though. Paulinho tried to get back up and then realised the decision wasn't going his way. Well, they've been in good voice tonight, those Al-Shabab fans, particularly since that Ever Banega penalty in the first half. Players taking the opportunity to take on some water. As I said, it is very hot in Riyadh. Mortada Fall with a few words for his team. Well, there are some Mumbai supporters that have made it to Riyadh. Well, certainly made it into the stadium. Going to be a change here, I think. I don't think Paulinho is going to be able to continue. Well, it was that challenge from Lechempa that brought down Carlos Jr. that allowed Ever Banega. Great penalty. Sent the goalkeeper completely the wrong way. And that's the goal that separates the two sides at the moment. Very good penalty taker, Ever Banega. And a very good captain and leader as well. Paulinho's race he's run tonight. They'll be hoping that's not too serious with another game coming up in just 3 days' time. Should give the ball back to Mumbai here. Sportingly done. Well, Paulinho is putting his boot back on, so maybe they're going to give him a few more minutes to see if he can continue. It's Jahu. Manda. Jahu. Just not having too much luck in the final third at the moment. Mumbai just lacking that little bit of a cutting edge. Did finish just 3 points outside the top 4 in the Indian Super League this season. They were 3 points behind Kerala Blasters, who finished in 4th. 12 points behind the eventual winners, Jamshedpur. He's getting a little frustrated with his team at the moment, Mortada Fall. Coming up towards the hour mark in Riyadh. Al-Shabab still leading by a goal to 0. Here comes the change. Babri is coming off. And Al-Jui is the player coming on. Worked hard in that first half, Babri. Looks like Paulinho's also coming off. So that knock's not too serious. He's been one of the standout players tonight for Al-Shabab. Mumbai are making changes as well. Vikram has gone off. And Rainier Fernandez has come on. And maybe a star of the future there for Al-Shabab. Good to see the spectators back in, good to see them in good voice as well. Confirmation of Paulinho's departure. Turkey, Alama is the man that's come on. Part of Saudi Arabia's Arab Cup side in Qatar back in December. Played a couple of games against Jordan and Morocco. Jahu. KSA Gabriel just pointing where he wanted it played, and Jahu obliges. Good running this from Changte, but he won't get on the end of that one. Changte playing through the middle now after that substitution by the look of it. KSA Gabriel will play just in behind. Bipin hasn't really had too much service tonight for Mumbai so far. So he did score 6 goals, Bipin, this season. Sukur. Mandar's gone off as well, by the way, to be replaced by Vignesh. Mortada Fall didn't deal with that one cleanly. Carlos Jr., a little bit of a stumble, stayed on his feet. Fall gets a good challenge into concede a corner. He's the highest-scoring defender in the Indian Super League, Mortada Fall. He did score in back-to-back matches this season against ATK Mohunbagan and Bengaluru. Might be a bit of a problem here for Carlos Jr., who I think has just been caught by that challenge. It was that first challenge that's caused the damage to Carlos Jr. Thank goodness for shin pads. Eva Banega with the corner. Came out to Hussain, who Went for the spectacular. Launched back in by Al-Shabab. Gathered by Lachempa. Kept his eye on the ball. And then looking to get Mumbai moving forward. Al-Shabab is the player getting back, calling his goalkeeper. Just got it right. Fawaz was a bit close to him for the header, but he managed to make it work. Nawaf. Never Banega. Well, it's a switching formation, as you can see, for Mumbai. They've now got into a 4-4-2 with Rainier coming in over on that far side. Changte and Bipin will now play through the middle as Des Buckingham looks to try and get his side a goal. As we mentioned earlier, FC Goa failed to win in any of their 6 games last season. They did pick up 3 points, though. Managed to pick up 3 draws, 2 of them against Al Rayyan, the Qataris. Vignesh. Sakua tried a little backheel, which didn't work. Vignesh trying to get to the byline. He's got support now from Cassio Gabriel. Shahu. Cassio Gabriel once again. That's poor. Mumbai a really good chance for Rainier to try and start things moving, but he's given the ball away cheaply. And here come Al-Shabab looking to get a second goal. Turkey's all in space on this near side. Vignesh makes the challenge. Shahu gets back with a good take. Now Apoya. This game's been played at a really good pace tonight. It's just starting to open up a little in the second half as well. Mumbai not too far behind with the possession at the moment. Bipin. Can he get the better of Sakor? Cassio Gabriel. Shahu has scored some spectacular goals himself. Doesn't score many, Shahu. Did score 1 in the Indian Super League this season against Odisha when it was a nonchalant little side foot from just outside the penalty area. Shahu. Vignesh off the shins of Turkey. Sakor. He's a good asset, Fawaz Sakor. We've seen how good he was going forward in the first half. He's a very competent defender as well. Al-Jawi. Challenged on the edge of the penalty area by Relbeke. No foul. Rainier. Shahu. Now Cassio Gabriel. Bipin points. Changte waits. Cassio Gabriel races on into the edge of the penalty area. Trying a clever little turn. It's a footing from Hassan, but it flicks off Cassio Gabriel. And it will be a goal kick. Back to the other end of the field where the substitute Abdallah Al-Jawi went down. Has made a lot of appearances off the bench this season. Al-Jawi, 15 of them for Al-Shabab, just the 3 starts in their league games so far. Hasn't completed a 90 minutes in the last 12 months. A rare moment of quiet from those Al-Shabab supporters. They'll be back here in 3 days' time to take on Al Jazeera. It's an Air Force club from Iraq, the other team in the group. Approaching the midway point in the second half. Al-Shabab still leading by that first half penalty. Mumbai are still struggling to create anything in the final third. Shahu. Bipin. Hassan stuck out a leg. Good defending again. We said how good Hassan and Ahmed are as the two central defenders in the first half. Not much of a physical presence up front for Mumbai at the moment. They're missing Igor Angulo tonight. The drive in midfield of Roland Borges. Say no Diego Maurizio, who was named on the team sheet originally, but then due to an administrative error was removed. Casio Gabriel. We are playing the 3+1 foreigner rule this year in the AFC Champions League. You can name more foreigners in the squad this time around. It was 4 foreigners last year, but you can still only play the 3+1 on the actual match day. Fawaz. Good challenge, Yahoo. Rainier didn't quite get it away from Al-Jui. Nice little give and go. Good play this by Al-Shabab! And Ever Banega gets his second goal of the game. Created with a little bit of style by Al-Shabab, who played the ball around with speed. And Mumbai's defenders were pulled left and right, and Ever Banega finding space to beat Perbalachempa for the second time. Mutarafal with a shake of the head, but nothing they could do against quality like that from the side from Saudi Arabia. Well, he's still waving his flag, that Mumbai fan, but he's perhaps facing the realisation now that his side aren't going to get anything from this game unless they can come up with a miracle in the minutes that remain. Al-Shabab go into a 2-0 lead. Al-Jui, the substitute, was instrumental. Fawaz involved as well. Banega with a touch to get the ball out of his feet. And that is another quality finish from the Argentinian. And the side with lots of AFC Champions League experience behind them are utilising all that now here. It's been a long time coming for Shabab. They haven't played in the group stages for 6 years, since 2015. The defending champions are from Saudi Arabia. Al-Hilal, Al-Faisli from Saudi Arabia making their debuts as well in the competition. Poor ball from Bipin, just trying to steer that one back inside. Ever Banega. Turkey. Challenged by Metab. Now, what can they do here? Changte. Rainier just pulls away. Looking to make a wide option. Changte will race down that inside channel. It's good covering again, though, from Ahmed. Very good defending. Hussein. Now Sakur. Turkey. Not seen too much of him since he came on. Number 7. The beauty of this, I suppose, if you want to take any positives out of it for Mumbai, they're competing through midfield at the moment, despite these stiflingly hot conditions. It's just been in the final third that they've been let down with creativity and lacking a cutting edge, really. If they can get Igor Angulo back for the next game, or maybe Diego Maurizio, and have a reshuffle of the foreigners. Nine shots on target for Al-Shabab. Probably tells its own story. Al-Shabak. Fawaz, a little bit of space on the edge of the area. Just enough on it for Rolbeke to make the challenge and find a Poya. Casio Gabriel. Turkey. Bipin racing to try and get back. Turkey trying to get to the byline. Chempa at full stretch just manages to gather. It's a good run. First time we've really seen Turkey Alamar going forward. Rainier. Again, that pass just intercepted before it could be slipped into the path of Bipin. Turkey. Away by Vignesh. Eva Banega on a hat-trick now. Fawaz. Spins kindly for Al-Shabab, who went for the curler and wasn't too far away. Hasn't scored this season in the league, Al-Shabab. Did get 3 goals in the last campaign for his previous side, Al-Tawan. Be a foul on a Poya. Good ball forward, here's a chance for Bipin. Still going Bipin, good challenge by Sakur, flags up for offside. Well, Bipin looks in amazement at the assistant referee. It was a brilliant challenge from Sakur to deny him. They did manage to find the net through Changte, but the flag was already up. Yeah, he's just offside. Good decision. Take nothing away from that challenge from Sakur, though at the time he didn't know the flag had gone up. Promising that Changte, solid from Ahmed. Banega. Al-Shabab. Well, that's a rash challenge from Ahmed Jahu. He did miss the last 4 games of the season through injury, Ahmed Jahu. He has just signed a new contract extension at Mumbai to be there next season. Looks like Gurkarat is coming on for Mumbai. Al-Shabab have just made another change as well, with Nader coming on to replace Hassan. Oh, he's had a good game, Hassan. Out the back. And Cassio Gabriel is the player that's coming off for Mumbai. And it will be Gurkarat Singh that comes on for the remaining 15 minutes or so. Gurkarat, one of the players that came through the Indian Arrows system. He's only 18 years of age. Played 8 sub-appearances for Mumbai in the season that's just passed. Vignesh with a throw. Flicked by Jahu. It's a good flick as well. Bipin trying to get round the back of Sakur. He's released that one a little bit early, and it's comfortable for Fawaz. Couldn't quite get his foot round the ball to aim it in towards Gurkarat. Fawaz just got that one away. I think he was caught. So he tried to play it away. I don't think there was any malice in it. It's one of those, I think, where the goalkeeper swung his boot and the player coming across to try and block Gurkarat. He's got every right to try and go for that ball. And it's the follow-through that's just kicked Gurkarat. Maybe a bit of pace and power injected up front for the final moments for Mumbai with Gurkarat's intervention, or introduction rather. Nawaf. Good ball, Sakur. Haven't seen him forward too much in the second half so far. Here's Turkey! Guided into the bottom corner, and another well-worked goal from Al-Shabab. And Mumbai are learning a very hard lesson here in their opening AFC Champions League campaign. Substitute coming on and getting the third goal of the game to add to the 2 scored by Ever Banega. And that should be that in terms of the points. Mumbai carved open again at the back. And that's what happens when you play in competitions of this stature. You play against very good teams. Mortada foul. Frustrated once again. Well done by Sakur. Had the presence of mind just to pick out Turkey, who just arrived at the right moment to guide it into the bottom corner. You would wonder whether just containing Al-Shabab now for the final moments for Mumbai and just conserving some energy for the next game in 3 days' time. Sakur going in search of another one here. Nawaf's there. Mortada Falk did well, managed to get his arm out of the way. Still, they can't get the ball clear. Ever Banega. Al-Shamak. Al-Jui trying to create the shot for himself, comes off Mortada Falk, which took the sting out of it, and he's gathered by Lechempa. There is a double header in this stadium today. We've got the defending champions Al Hilal coming up afterwards against Sharjah from the UAE. Changte. It's the game that kicks off at 11:15 local time in Saudi Arabia. Mumbai have actually got one of their games that kicks off at 11:15. Changes now. Ever Banega, the captain, is going off to be replaced by Nasser. Good job done by him today, scored the penalty, got the second goal as well. Not rushing themselves to leave the field. Carlos Jr. has gone off as well. Good shift put in by him today too. And it will be Saad Al-Mawalad that comes on as his replacement. So all 5 changes made now by Al-Shabab. Rainier. Relbeke. Well cut out by Nawaf, who's got the captain's armband on now since Ever Banega left the field. Sakur. Foul by Metab on the man who's just come on, Saad. I think Al-Shabab will see this very much as job done. Their coach before the game was saying that they knew the threat that Mumbai would pose in their first game, and the aim was to make sure that they didn't slip up and not pick up the 3 points. Well, they've certainly shown good application throughout the game. They've had considerably more shots than Mumbai have managed. Sakur. Nader. Ahmed. Sukur. They're just playing keep ball at the moment. There's Buckingham there. Can only look on really and take whatever positives he can from the game. The offside flag's gone up against Sukur. Too sure he was offside there, Sukur. I think Turkey may have been in the middle, but the ball wasn't played to him. Here's Vignesh. Played down the line for the run of Gurkarat. It's Nader with the foot in, which just clipped Gurkarat, but no free kick. Gurkarat has stayed down. He's back on his feet now. Another change for Mumbai. Vinit Rai comes on to replace Ahmed Jahu. And that's pretty much energy preservation. So with another game in 3 days' time, Ahmed Jahu is a key member of this Mumbai team. Keep the ball if the shout's coming from the Al-Shabab bench. They'll want to keep a clean sheet as well. They won't want any goals against them. So only the top team in each group go through, plus 6 of the best second-place teams, 3 from the east and 3 from the west, making up our round of 16. Vignesh. Nader. Vignesh knew that Turkey was about to challenge him. Metab. Good running by Changte. Still looks full of energy in these latter stages. Gurkarat Bipin in the centre. He's done well to buy some space. Can he come up the telling ball? Once again, nobody able to apply a positive touch in the middle for Mumbai. Metab. Vignesh. Bipin. Vignesh trying to play that one into a crowd of players. Good solid challenge by Metab. Vinit Rai gets the first touch. Changte might try his luck here, just plays that little reverse ball into Raul Beke. No elevation on the cross though, and Nader able to head the ball away. Well, they've just upped the pace in the last few minutes, Mumbai. Vinit Rai. There'll be a foul and a yellow card for Metab on that occasion. Not much he could do. He knew that Saad was away from him. Galibala-Chempa, there was a long-range shot which keeper gathered. Foul. Metab, the man who was booked a moment or so ago. It's Tired-looking ball, though, from the central defender. There'll be some tired legs out there now. Turkey, still full of running, having just come on in the second half. Fawaz just fell over as he played the shot. He probably feels he deserves a goal tonight. Metab just acknowledging, looking a little tired at the moment. Nice touch, trying to feed inside, but Mortada Fall got back there first. Vinit right. Chante forced back to Lachempa. Vignesh, Rainier, Vinit right. It's a lovely ball to pick out Changte. Just keeps it in play, taking on Al-Shabab. Good feet from Changte, went for goal himself and wasn't too far away. That's the sort of play that Mumbai want to see from Lallianzuala Changte. That's why Des Buckingham brought him in from Chennai. Gurkirat was calling for it. You could see the position he'd taken up, but Changte had his eyes set on trying to get himself a goal. Hasn't scored in 17 games coming into this since his last goal for Chennai. Only scored the one goal the season before last. Here's Sakor. Al-Shabab looking to try and finish this one in style as we approach stoppage time at the end of the match. Al-Jui, nice ball forward. Sakor! Lachempa got a hand to it and did just enough. Good save by the goalkeeper. Good running by Sakor. He's been impressive tonight, Sakor. Looking forward to seeing him again in the competition. Was a few moments ago. Long-range shot from his own half, which had Lachempa scrambling back. Just 2 minutes to be added at the end of the second half. The 2010 semi-finalists are starting their campaign with a win. Forward by Nader. How to play. Bipin. Rainier. Now Changte. Rainier's continued his run, mate, uses a decoy and take a defender with him. Changte goes back across field to Vinit right. Bipin. Gurkirat wanted it played. Plenty of movement from Gurkirat since coming on. Goalkeeper gathers. Ahmed heard a call and left it for his goalkeeper, Fawaz. Still looking strong. Al-Shabab by Nawaf. Al-Jui. Down the line for Hussein. And back by Mortada Fall. Was a little slip by Ralbeke. Nawaf. Turkey. Important footing by Rainier. Sakur was in a good position again, looking for the ball played out. Here's Turkey. The shot's in, which goes wide as the full-time whistle goes. So not the debut that Mumbai City FC wanted here in Riyadh, but they've come up against a very, very good, strong Al-Shabab side who carved them open on a number of occasions. They dominated the shot count, they dominated the shots on target, and they've dominated with the goal scoring as well. Nothing more Tadafal or Ko could do to deny them. And Shabab take the points. Eva Banega with a couple, got a penalty in the first half after Perbala Chempra had brought down on the edge of the area. Nawaf worked hard, took over the captain's armband in the second half, and it was the second half substitute Turkey that added the third goal near the end. There could have been more for Marius Smedika's side, but in the end they had to settle for the three. They kept their clean sheet as well. Ahmed there was excellent at the back, partnered by the man next to him, Hassan, for much of that match. But those supporters who have been vocal throughout can celebrate a victory in the opening match. Well, they've still got 5 more games to go, of course, so a lot of work to be done, but always nice psychologically to get off to a win in your first match. Al-Shabab, the victors here in Riyadh, and they'll be back in 3 days' time to try and keep up that record and try and stay on top of the group and lead from the front, with only the top team going through to the knockout stages. We have got another game to come, of course. It's Al Hilal against Sharjah, coming up in just over an hour's time. Full time though here in Riyadh. It's finished Mumbai City FC 0, Al-Shabab 3.
يعطيكم العافية جميعا.